At number 4, I have Cabanga. This is a tiny box card game where you are trying to shed your cards quicker than your opponent, because at the end of the round, if you have any cards left in your hand, then they are going to be worth negative points. Whoever gets to 18 negative points will trigger the end of the game, and at that point, whoever has the fewest negative points will be the winner. Now, the game system is super simple, where you have 4 different kind of rows of cards, each associated to a different colour. And on your turn, you are going to play one of these numbered cards on that matching coloured row. And these rows have 2 cards on them. So you've got 2 different numbers. And what you're trying to do is that you're trying to shed these cards, but your opponent has the opportunity to piggyback off your turn based on the gap in the number between those cards. So for example, if the red row had a 1 card out there and an 8 card out there, and then you play maybe a 5 on top of the 1, then you've got a 5 and an 8 face up, then anybody who has a 6 or a 7, as in the numbers between that 5 and 8, can discard those cards from their hand as a kind of bonus action. And if they do that, then the active player will have to draw more cards into their hand, which of course is a bad thing because they're more likely to have those cards at the end of the round, which will mean more negative points. That is all the game consists of. You're going to try and keep those gaps as small as possible to stop people piggybacking. You've got to be a little bit vigilant and a bit more alert, so that if a player does play a card, you need to make sure that you smash those cards down quickly and shed them before it moves on to the next player, to not miss out on that opportunity to get rid of more cards. I've probably made this game sound a bit more complicated than it actually is. This is as simple as it gets. It's probably like 1 out of 5 in terms of complexity. But I do like it. I like the flow. It really is a turn your brain off and kind of roll with the punches style of game. But you can make a few informed decisions based on what other players are doing, and based on other cards people have shared and things. But generally speaking, you can keep those gaps in the cards quite narrow for the most part, and there maybe isn't as much piggybacking as I would have liked. But maybe that's just in the few games that I've played of this one. But sometimes you are forced to make those big spreads, which means that people are going to throw loads of cards at you, and you're going to be forced to pick loads more up. But still, again, you've got to roll with the punches, but it's very enjoyable, very small box, and again, very pleasant. So that is Cabanga at number 4.